Are you ready to dance with the devil? Because in just a few years, on February 26th, Asteroid 2024 YR4 will make a close approach to the Moon. And we have already seen what asteroids are capable of. An asteroid smashed into the Moon on September 11, 2013. It was about 1.5 meters wide, traveling at 61,000 kilometers per hour, creating a crater 40 meters wide. A really large impact would be really bad for the Earth. You see, the Moon is our natural satellite. It stabilizes our planet's axial tilt, and without it, Earth's climate would be hellish and uninhabitable. So what if a large space rock crashes into the Moon and changes its orbit? Would that be disastrous for us here on Earth? Well, the answer depends on many factors. First, let's take a look at a recent close encounter with asteroid 2001 FO32. It happened in March 2021 when asteroid 2001 FO32 made a close approach to Earth. The celestial body was about 5.25 times further away than the Moon. And although it posed no threat of collision, it was classified as a potentially hazardous asteroid. Asteroid 2001 FO32 is between 1,300 to 2,200 feet wide and moving at 77,000 miles per hour, converting 2 kilometers, 124,000 kilometers per hour, sounds even faster. And now imagine what would happen if this asteroid had hit the Moon instead of just passing by it. According to a study published in the journal Geophysical Research Letters, the consequences could have been spectacular. A direct impact could have changed the Moon's orbit slightly, but catastrophic tsunamis up to 100 meters high on planet Earth weren't in the forecast. However, this is not science fiction. Something like this happened in the past. About 3.8 to 4.1 billion years ago, the young Earth experienced something known as the Late Heavy Bombardment. During this period, the solar system was literally showered with asteroids. They crashed into all the planets, including Earth. Some celestial bodies left deep scars on Mercury, which can be seen even today, but others were less fortunate. For example, the Moon. The late heavy bombardment very much affected the Moon's surface features and geological evolution. As a result, the Moon became what we know it as today. So it would take more than just a couple of asteroid impacts to change its orbit and push it further away from our planet. So there's no doubt that our satellite has a pretty eventful past, but what about its future? Will it collide with an asteroid anytime soon? Let's look at the forecast for the coming decades. NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory has calculated the probability of asteroid impacts on the Moon through 2050, and according to their data, the risk is quite low. Over the next 3 decades, there's only a 0.3 chance that a space rock larger than 5 kilometers in diameter will smash into the Moon. However, the situation may change in the more distant future. For example, the European Space Agency has estimated that the probability of a large asteroid hitting the Moon within 100 years is as high as 20%. But let's go back to the present. What if the asteroid doesn't hit the Moon? Will it pass the Earth? According to astronomers, in the best-case scenario, asteroid 2024 YR4 will safely pass the Earth at a distance of about 24,600,670 kilometers. In the worst case, it could get as close as 933,741 kilometers from our planet. This distance is comparable to 20 diameters of the Earth. Even if the asteroid were to pass so close, the chances of it hitting our planet are negligible. But still, such a close encounter would be considered a near miss in any case. Scientists are keeping a close eye on the asteroid. In particular, they're monitoring its brightness, which will help determine its size and composition. This will also shed light on its origin. There are several theories about where this dangerous guest from outer space came from. Some astronomers believe that 2024 YR4 once belonged to the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Others think it originated from the Kuiper Belt or even beyond it in the Oort cloud. Maybe one day we'll find out that this asteroid is actually a piece of a shattered planet or a dwarf planet, and maybe it's just a big hunk of space junk left behind by some alien civilization. Who knows? Scientists will continue tracking the asteroid's path until February 2032, when it'll reach its closest point to Earth. By the way, 2024 YR4 isn't the only object that poses a potential threat to our planet. There are thousands of other near-Earth asteroids. If you want to learn more about them, check out the upcoming videos. It covers all the most important things you should know about these space rocks. Plus, there's a video coming soon on how humanity will protect itself from planet killers. Dance with the devil.